Hello, this is Retreat Briefing in April 2nd, and today's topic is Bitcoin short-term correction, Ripple versus SEC in April 16. So I said before Powell's speech this week, we could have correction, and the short-term correction actually came, and Ripple is having a security-related trial in April 16, and we don't decide the win or lose right now, but Ripple seems like they won settlement. So after the trial, Ripple's price will definitely fluctuate. So let's have a look at. This is a daily candle chart of Bitcoin, and since it gave a short-term correction yesterday, right here, they dropped all the way down to 68.1k and rebounded for a while. You can see this tail here. And now today in 11 a.m. it gave a drop all the way down to 65.6k. And I think Bitcoin will make market confused by giving a up and down movement. So there are some announcements for employee this week and Powell's speech left. So it will shake the market, I think. And this is a Bitcoin premium chart, and this 11 a.m. is wrong since I've renewed the screenshot here. So from yesterday 12 p.m. with here, it started to drop with S1 signals, so it broke down the Goya line and was moving all over here. And with an LB signal, it tried to rebound, but can you see this red rocket right here? So this rocket signal only happens when Bitcoin has a significant surge or plunge. So this downward arrow and the rocket signal means that Bitcoin price just plunged down suddenly. So while it rebounded to the Goya line and with the rocket signal, it dropped all the way down to this long tail 65.6k. And this is a dominance chart for today morning. And as Bitcoin dropped yesterday, many altcoins dropped with it, and due to that, Bitcoin and the Tether dominance increased here and here. And the Goya Dominance 1 chart is remaining minus 20 points in 11 a.m. And I told you that since this number is minus, we can have a decline for a while. And actually, the price did drop. And the minus is still maintained. So this means that there are a lot of cryptos moving in sideways around current price. So this is a liquidation heat map for last 24 hours. And the total amount was $314 million, and that is almost 3 times more than yesterday. Yesterday it was 107.9 something. So most people thought the price will rise due to the Bitcoin's halving issue, but it actually dropped. And in yesterday's briefing, I always told you that if you look throughout the record before halving, the price always hadn't dropped before that. So those people who bet on the long positions were liquidated. So if you see this 24-hour rect, $257 were long positions and short is only $57 million. So this is almost 4.5 times. So the long positions were liquidated a lot. And this is a liquidation heat map for last 4 hours, and also long positions were liquidated more. So the atmosphere of bear market is keep getting closer, and we don't know the lowest point, but use Goya alert well and buy at a low price. And this is a liquidation heat map for Bitcoin. And yesterday I said that it will probably move between 72.1k to 9.5k. So here. It will probably move around between here. So it was before this place. So there were a lot of positions gathered there, and so actually the Bitcoin moved between 68.1k to 70.9k. But today there were assets around 60 here, 67.6k and 70.5k. So I was going to say that it will move around there, but while preparing this presentation, we had this enormous downward candle made. So I had to renew this chart again. So this place was already all liquidated, but now it's starting to rebound, I think. So maybe the long positions will gather back here, and we have to see whether market movers will go all the way down again in order to liquidate long positions or not. And this is Ethereum's liquidation heat map for yesterday. The positions were around 3,670 to 3,550 here. And it moved between 3,413 to 3,624. And now, same as Bitcoin, it dropped all the way down to here to 3,315, so 3,315. So it dropped all the way down to here and liquidated all of those long positions. Whoops. And this was an article about the topic I used at thumbnail. So Ripple had a settlement conference with SEC in March 29th. So since the trial is at April 16, people are curious about how many settlements they have made at that conference. So I think it will take some more time to finish the trial, but many experts expect that this trial will eventually end up smoothly, even if it takes time. So if they will make settlements, I wish they finish quickly and make Ripple rise back up again. And now in the real world, we use dollars in international trade or in business between foreign countries. But as Bitcoin increases more and if it gets safer and safer, maybe we might use Bitcoin as a currency instead of dollars to use worldwide. And this was a opinion in this opinion article in CoinDesk that mentioning the same thing. And if Bitcoin is actually used in real world when trading, not crypto trading, I mean real trade, Bitcoin's value will get unexpectedly high, so we cannot even guess where to increase. And this is a RSI heat map, and we can notice that overall cryptos dropped all the way down 40 points. And if it drops like this, we can think of finding a good spot to buy since the price will also go down. So I think those cryptos under 40 points will have a chance to rebound within few days. It could, I mean, not 100% sure, but usually when it drops, it rises back up. And then if it's rise, it gets dropped. So that is a very natural thing. So we need to choose good and safe cryptos to DCA in before that. So now let's move on to the Goya Premium chart. So the dominance at 11 a.m. was about 25, minus 25 to 26. And now it is still minus 22. So it's moving around minus 20, and if it's over minus 20, then the overall market is getting a correction, that means. So let's start. So the score chart went over the market price line and was starting to move over here, but we had a sudden drop all the way down here, so very unexpected downward. I think it was too huge to expect. So this is the place which I mentioned in the presentation. So in yesterday 12 p.m. we had an S1 signal, and 1 hour before that we have had an Goya RSIS signal. And with starting from SB signal, it started to drop all the way down, but keep getting resisted by the Goya line. So after this L and LB signal, it tried to go up, but this rocket just dropped all the way down. So if you press SR, this place is yesterday's night. So it's around the Goya line right here. So that line around 70.1K is acting as the first resist line. And up, up, up. And 65.6K is a support line, but I personally believe this place here. How much is that? It's 66. Wait a sec. 66625 maybe. Let me see. Over here. Whoa. This line here, 66600. So 66.6K is quite a solid place, I think, since we have a lot of, amount of cryptos traded in here. So we have something to back up this place. So I think it won't drop all the way down to here right now. So as in this long minus candle, what did I say? It will always reach all the way back to half of the price, even if it takes time. So think of possibility to rebound up here, and then the Goya line will also come near and meet together, and then that is where we should decide the direction of the market. So I suggest you to get some rebound profit to half of this long minus candle, and then think of next move after that. The price is about 68.2K. So this two candles bottom part is acting as a first good place, resist place, I think. And I am also trying to reach to there with a long position. And this is a chart from Ethereum. And Ethereum also had this big minus candle right here. But if you see this SB here and here, we all got some kind of rebound to half of there. So this usually gets correct in a hour-based candle. And now it's starting to rebound. And maybe if it reaches half, and then it will meet the Goya line eventually. It will be somewhere here, I think, about 2 or 3 hours later. And then we can decide where to go. So the support and resist line also is this place, but I personally prefer this line, 3364 more. And think of this line as a support line, so it just comes back up. And this line, think of the rebound profit. I think it's the best profit to earn right now in current place. And then after that, think of another move. And let's have a look at noisy Ripple. Ripple's score chart went over but failed eventually. But Ripple recovered quite a lot, isn't it? So Ripple tried to go back up and got resisted by the Goya line and tried to break through, but with a sudden plunge of Bitcoin, it went all the way down to here. And maybe once again, half of this place, we might reach all the way to here. It's about 0.605. and then we can decide where to go. So another support line, this could be another support line, and this lowest point also act as a support line, and the resist line is just before this highest, this big minus candle. The highest point of here, 619. 619 is acting as a first resistance, and if it breaks through, then I think these places will act as a second resist instead of this, because it moved in sideways for a long time right here, between here. And finally, let's have a look at Dogecoin. I think Dogecoin lost its power to increase. So this time is 2 p.m. and Bitcoin dropped with S1 signal since, 12 p.m. and it's right here. So after this L3 and LB's big increase, it started to fall all the way down to the Goya line, and with an SB signal. So after this big increase, the SB signal appearing, it's quite reliable. So it broke down all the way down to here and had a rebound to the Goya line back again. So it was kept rebounded by the Goya line, but with a rocket signal, it dropped all the way down here to again. So I think it is quite difficult for Doji to go back there, since the trading volume is also getting smaller. So this place would be a half of this minus candle, but the Goya line is so stiff that it will reach this half place maybe next hour or 2 hours later, and I don't think this candle could follow up there. So maybe before reaching here, we might meet Goya line first, so in case of Doji, and we need to see whether the Goya line will resist the candle or not. And if it is supported by the Goya line, then it will probably reach this half place up to here maybe. But I think Doji recently lost its power, so it increased too much recently. I don't know why it's always monthly based. So yeah, other cryptos are now rebounding, but Doji failed, as you can see here. And the candle's thickness is very small. So finally, let's have a look at the BTC, Bitcoin's trading view, for quick view. So it's moving near 66.8. So, but if you look at this place, it looks very solid. So I think it will bounce back and then reach the half place, I think. And it broke through this 20-day based moving average. So I think the bear market or the short market to the Bitcoin now arrived. So before halving, maybe Bitcoin will keep drop, and then after halving, then it might just burst up. So thank you for the listening to briefing, and I hope you guys to have a successful trade with our Goya premium chart. So thank you.